Let's open up the wall and see what we can see. Well, the upside, we got an upside and a downside. The upside is that we have copper, hot and cold. This house was originally plumbed in copper on the hot side, and they did galvy on the cold side. And about 20-25 years ago, the owner says he came in and had some outfit come and repipe it. Pretty cool. The shower head riser is galvy. Here's what's interesting though. This is an actual wall stud. They ran this cripple stud here, but then they just chopped the crap out of the top wall stud. So there's really no support here. And unfortunately, it's not centered. It's 28 inches from here to the inner edge of the shower door, and 14 inches, which would be center, which is where I like to run things, is right here. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna sever ties there, move the whole thing here, but then I've got this to run the shower head. See, they ran the shower head off center. I don't know, I gotta scratch my head here for a sec, because this is coming out. I'm not keeping the galvy in there. I'm gonna run it in 1/2-inch copper. So give me a minute, I'll think about this, and we'll see where we're at. So I went in and shut the water off, and if I can offer you guys any tips at all, before you shut the water off, put a 5-gallon bucket. I've got a wet rag, not only to clean your joints, but if you light this house on fire, you've got some way to put it out, because I've got the water shut off, remember? Normally I keep a squirt bottle with a dab of soap, dishwashing soap in there, full of water. Yeah, but I dropped it this morning and the container on bottom broke, so I don't have a squirt bottle, but that's all right. I got 5 gallons, just about 5 gallons of water there. If I do any flamage in the walls there, I can do what I got to do with that. But normally it's just a make sure stuff is out. That's it. What's it? Oh, I can't remove this. Remember I may or may not have talked, maybe it was in my head. Sometimes the voices in my head overpower the voices that come out of my mouth, but this is off center. I'd love to be able to slide this over so I could have a center shower valve and a center shower head. However, this is an exterior wall, and the exterior siding is nailed into this tubifer, and if I were to remove this tubifer, I would mess with the watertight properties of the exterior. We're 3 stories up right now, and I'm not going to reattach a 2x4 off a ladder from the outside of the building. So this 2x4 is going to stay. The shower head is going to stay slightly off center, a couple inches off center towards the wall, which is fine. So the first thing we'll do is cut the copper line. This is the cold supply in, and I like putting protection. Protect your pipe, boys and girls. Just throw a bag that came out of the shower valve. It just keeps debris from falling in. I'm yelling, aren't I? Let me take my earplugs out. Put those right there. It keeps debris from falling back in the water lines, and I think that's a good idea. I don't know. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. So we'll come in here with our little rigid pipe cutter. These little pipe cutters are kind of handy to get in these tight spots. It feels like it's just went through. Yeah. So, yeah, baby. Let me put a bag on this pipe, and I'll come back when I've got this valve out, completely out. I use B-tank. I like to solder with a turbo torch and acetylene. That's a little carrier I made out of some scrap plywood I had laying around and some wheels that I had laying around. Wheels, because this thing gets heavy. I got a little kangaroo pouch there to keep my solder and emery cloth and flux, all that fun stuff. I use a turbo tip. What is this? Something number 5. This works really well for me, at least. It works well for 1/2-inch copper, nothing fancy. And then this is what we ended up with. Now, Big Mike plumber, Big Mike the plumber. Sorry, I had to clear my throat there. Always taught me to always keep your joints clean. I use my emery cloth and sand everything. I even sand the inside of the new fittings just to give the solder a good tooth to grab a hold of. And I dauber some flux. This is the paste flux. I don't know. Everybody's got their own preference. That's just what I happen to use. And you take your time and you set your pieces up. You clean your joints and you flux them and you assemble it, and you assemble the whole thing and secure it down so everything's nice and straight. I ended up using some 45s. I did find some I was going to do 90s originally, but the 45s are, to me, seem like a much better idea. Yeah, I ended up removing a lot of this. I ran this 2x4 across here, and it's bearing the weight of this structural wall stud, which was, well, for the last 60, 72 years, has been kind of free floating in there. But I figure, what the hell, I'm in here. Tub fill. We'll come on up through here, and we have the shower, and the shower is nice and tall. I am 6'2", and this is probably 6 feet 3 inches off of the tub surface. It's awesome. We're going up 5 feet on the tile, so the tile's going to come up to about here. So the escutcheon for this is 1.5 inches, so it puts it about here. So it'll remain on the tile. It'll remain on the tile, not on the wall, which is pretty cool. We're doing white tile, white field with a black border across the top. So yeah, so let's get a soldering. Like I said, I'm not a plumber, but I'll show you what I do, good, bad, or ugly. And we'll see how she goes. Bucket of water, muy importante. There we are. Got a little crazy with the heat here. I don't like making char marks like that, but 45s came out pretty dang decent. Seems pretty stout. I am going to strap it so we don't get any clunking, although it seems pretty solid. 45s. Got a coupling there, only because I didn't have a straight piece. And I'm building this system out of Pete's. I hate this. I don't like this. Little nips hanging out there, but you just do your best. Do what you gotta do. So this has the double ears. This is why I soldered this one first. I've got the ears, one sticks off on this side, and I really wanted to, that's almost 5/8 of an inch from the edge of this fitting to there. So I notched the 2x4 and I buried the ear into the 2x4, and then I put a screw through the face, which caught the hole in this ear and then caught that ear, and then it gets me a little over. It's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. It is what it is. So let's, what am I going to do? I am going to plug and plug. I'm going to put the cap here, and I'm going to pressure test this for leaks. And you know what? I'll let the camera run just in case. So let me get everything set up. I'll be right back. All right, boys and girls, I put the plastic bypass cap and tightened the ring down. I put a galvy nip and a brass cap there, as well as a galvy nip and brass cap in the shower head position. That's tight. That's tight. All right, I'm gonna go run downstairs and turn the water on. Now I've got to go down 3 flights of stairs to get to the main. So if you guys see a leak, just holler out and let me know. Okay, I'll be right back. All right, what do you think? I hear water. Whew. You hear it? No leaks. You know, there was a time when soldering for me was really a chore, and then I saw the light. Oh, Big Mike showed me how to do it the right way. I think it's the right way. I think I'm still doing it the right way. No leaks, first try. Hell to the yes. Alright, and to show you guys I ain't bullshitting, I'm gonna apply this. Wait a minute now. Let's think about this for a minute. If I open this, fuck it, it's just water. I'm not gonna be able to get it closed. I'm scared. It's gonna make a mess. freaking eye. Are you serious? Ah, damn it. Oh, don't go downstairs. Don't go downstairs. There you go. It's got water in it. The nice thing about plugging a cap like this is that it pressure tests the entire system, including the shower riser. Because that shower pipe's never really under a lot of pressure, right? Because you got a shower head on there. There's some, but it's never really kind of the static pressure of your system, such as in the valve here. So, yeah, hell yeah. Shut off my B tank so I don't lose my acetylene. So anyway, I'm gonna shut the system down, bleed the water out of this valve, and stick the actual cartridge. Ow, frick. There's the ring. That's a keeper. This is the plug. Whoa. Hot side. Pretty much like that. This lets me know how I need to cut the backboard and where to tile to. Snap that sucker in place. And that's that. Shower valve's done. Let me go get the water back on. So it is a little before 4 o'clock and I have all the pieces laid out here. I haven't screwed anything down yet, but it's all in place. It's pretty cool. I'd like to get this screwed down in the next hour or so. I'd like to get all the panels here screwed down and the seams mudded. So if I get real frisky tomorrow, I can start putting tile down. I don't think I will though. This system is pressurized. I like leaving it pressurized. Off, on. That way I can test all these seams, including the down pipe for the tub and the riser for the shower head. Shower. And everything's dry. That makes me happy. Yeah, it's a good thing. Believe me, with these dirty, dusty hands, I'd see a little spot of water on anything. So I like keeping them this way for an hour or two, just for funsies, to make sure that I'm not burying any leaks, because once I put tile on this place, it makes it very difficult to come back and fix anything. Man, I scorched that pretty good, didn't I? Look at that wood. Alrighty, it's a little after 5 o'clock. I'm not getting in the mud today. I got into a little bit of wall mud earlier when I was bored, just to see how it would line up, and I think it's going to be just fine. Probably 2 coats of mud, and it'll be golden. But I pulled each one of these panels up. I vacuumed the floor out real good because I don't like crunchy underneath the floor. So I got the floor all vacuumed out, the subfloor. Set my jigsaw puzzle down, screwed it all off. Came out pretty decent. Pretty happy. And then I got this panel done. Got all the measurements right the first time, which makes me happy. I think I turned it off, right? Yeah, it's off. Left enough out. This is about 3/16 of an inch out from the wall, which is just about where the tile will come. It's perfect. I'm very, very happy with how all that sorted out. Yeah, so tomorrow we'll get the walls done, we'll get the seams all mudded up. I'll get my cutting station set up downstairs for tile, and I think I'll hit the ground running Thursday. Start laying out the tile on this. So that's it. Gotta go to the school. See you.